So sorry, online students, I didn't break that up for you a little more, but we'll go ahead and talk about the labs. Do note, yeah, we have 2 labs today. That is not the norm. In reality, I really only want to assign 1 lab each class. I don't want to assign 2, but this time I didn't really see a way around it. So just realize this is not going to happen very much, and hopefully never again. But lab 5, C++ arrays as an object, you're now going to take your code from your previous lab and essentially wrap it inside of an array object. It's called an int array object. Inside of the lab05 directory, you can go into src, and I've already given you the beginning syntax of it. Here's your header file, which basically contains everything I just typed up in there. And then your CPP file, which at least has 2 functions I've started for you, but I haven't done the rest yet. So this is at least something to get started. Hopefully you can take it and start running with it. Oops. So private, you got to figure out what's going to be the private contents of your integer array. What is going to be the private contents of a class that represents an integer array?
Index, the counter, the array size.
The array size, that's a good one. And the
Beginning of the array?
or the array itself, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you got to store the array and a pointer to it as well. Okay.
Yeah, if you can array it, get the pointer as well.
Right. So in the constructor, I'm going to pass you an integer array and a size, and you are going to create an array internally and copy all the contents up to size into that internal array. Okay? Get length returns the length, aka what was passed in up here. Index of returns the index in the array where the value is found. -1, the value is not present. So you're going to search for a value, and you're going to return the index of that value. Let me, just for clarity,
Glare still marked.
All right.
It's really blurry.
So 1, 5, it's still blurry?
No, it worked.
Good.
I got the focus.
So if your index of, let's do 8, what would that return?
2.
2. Because it's 0, 1, boom, there it is. Index of, let's do 20, would return
-1.
-1. Because it's not in there.
So if it's not in there, I just
Return
return
-1. You got it.
Got it.
All right. Clear?
Yeah.
All right. Remove. This works just like in your previous lab. You just shift everything down. Also, make sure you decrement size as well if you're keeping size internally. Okay? Because you've removed one. All right, this is where it starts to get a little tricky. Find intersections of this array. Returns an array of all integers that are in common with array and with self and the array. Return an empty array if there are no intersections. Okay.
So it's like a union, finding the common terms within each array?
You're finding the intersection, not the union. The union would be everything.
Okay. Could you give us an example of what
That's-
intersected? That's what I was going to do.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm glad you asked. Let's do. Wait, is that off the board? No. Okay, good. Notice I am doing shorthand. Arrow y1 dot intersection y2. What would be the intersection?
-1. Because you're trying to find the common terms of both arrays, right?
Right. So what are the common terms of both arrays?
It would be 5 and 15 for both of them, but you gave 2, so I thought it'd be -1.
No. 15, comma 5. Notice what I'm returning. This is what's this is going to be the tricky part. What am I returning?
An array.
Ah, so in your
So,
code,
pointer.
a pointer. Right, it's a pointer to an int array. So in
So-
your code, when your function begins, you need to go int array star ret. Set that equal to null. Find size of ret. Set ret. And then at the end, return ret. There are other ways to do this. If you're having, oh, I'm so sorry, online people. Let me start that over again. In your code, first line, highly recommended, int array star ret, the pointer equals null. And that should be with a capital U and 2 capital L's. Because at the end, you want to return that. That's what you're returning. First, find the size of what the intersection is going to be, aka here it's 2, and then set 15 and 5 inside of there and return it. There are other ways to do this. This is one way too, but I just want to get y'all, normally I would let you figure this out, but I want to get y'all started here with thinking about what to do. Because it can be really tricky to do this. Notice, do not delete ret. You are returning an integer pointer. Do not delete ret, even though you have a new. It is now my responsibility to delete it.
Your responsibility or the program's responsibility?
Remember, my code is testing your functions. So when I test this function, it's my responsibility to delete what you return.
Okay.
All right.
It's not going to be like a main
So wait a
in this.
So in your instance, 15 becomes before 5. So how would you determine?
Actually, in this instance, I think if the depending on how you coded it, it would actually be, yeah, it depends. It could be 15.5, but also 5, 15 is acceptable. I will accept either response.
So there's not a specific order?
No.
Okay. So it's not, so really what you're doing by interjecting is you're just finding all the ones they have in common?
Yes.
Okay.
Return an empty array if there's no intersections. So if size is 0, definitely allocate ret. I didn't put that up there. Don't put anything in it and just return ret size is 0. That's perfectly fine. But you need to return something. Don't return null. Okay. Any questions on that? That's the hard one. This other one's a little easier. Is subsequence. Return true if the array is ARY is contained sequentially in self. Okay. Is array 2 a subsequence of array 1?
No.
No. So this would be false.
So you only want us to return a bool?
Yep. You're only returning a bool here.
But if
Wait,
array
how do you
2
check
said
it?
What?
5, 8, 10, then it would be a subsequence?
Hold on a second. I had multiple questions. First,
How
Caitlin.
would you check to make sure it's not a subsequence?
So this is an example of a false one, but I think Eric was saying,
If it was 5, 8, and 10, but then that would be a subsequence of...
Yep.
yeah, and then that would be true.
Another way of saying it, if all
Because
the...
5, 8, 10 exist right here. So somewhere in here, this sequence of numbers exists.
And it has to be in that order.
It has to be in that order. So 5, 8, 10 would be true, but if I switched it and did 5, 10, 8, that would be false.
How do you check the subsequence? How do you check like sequence inside the array? In order answer this question?
Yeah.
Like, how would you have to like store it and be like, yes, this number is here, and then go to the next number?
Yeah, see if that's, yeah. I mean, if we were doing this by hand, you go like, all right, 1 equal to 5? No. Oh, 5 equal to 5. Great. Is the next number 8 and 10 equal? No. All right, let's restart. 5, 10? No. 15, 5? No. Oh, we're at the end. It's not equal. It's not a subsequence. That's how you would do it if you were just looking at it by hand.
Yeah.
So you just need to code that.
So it's not hard.
All right. Any other questions?
Just to make sure, so in this instance, if array 2 is still 5, 8, 10, that would be a subsequence of 1, but 1 would not be a subsequence of 2, since it's of greater length.
Right, because notice that I'm passing in array 2 inside of array 1, so I'm asking is array 2 a subsequence of array 1?
So you first have to check to make sure the lengths are not.
There you go. That's a good first check. So this would be true.
I checked the 0.
Wow.
So that's true. But this is false.
And it's false because it's like bigger.
Right, because you're asking, is 1, 5, 8, 10, 15 a subsequence of 5, 8, 10?
Oh.
No. Right, because I just switched it.
So you check their lengths first.
Sure, yeah, check the links first. That'd be a good first check. We go back to the true example. Okay. All right.
Sure.
Sure. All right. Now, okay, where are we? Lab 05. Yeah, I'm inside Lab 05. I've already stubbed out the int array headers, CPP, and main. I've also stubbed out some tests, although I have not filled them in. Because you can go in here and look test, link test. We'll do a length test real quick because that's real easy. So if I did int array ARY1, now let's go ahead and give an array. Let's see, int A equals 0, 1, 2, whoa, 2, 3. Oh yeah, thank you. gvim test length test.cpp. There we go. Int array 1, passing in A and the value 6. So ts assert. What would be ar1.getLength?
So using the TS assert is how you get the length?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we asserting that? And then you can do make length test, and let's see if I typed it all correctly. Oh. There. Undefined reference to, oh, the, I didn't give you the destructor. All right, fine. We'll give you the destructor. Now, of course, it fails because length, it got back 0 when it was really expecting, well, sorry, should be 6. It was expecting 6, but it didn't get that back. Got back whatever. I didn't return anything here.
Oh. Yeah.
I haven't filled it in yet. But I was just showing you how you can set up the test cases real quickly for this example. Create the array statically, initialize int array object with the length and then, or the size, and then call it. All right? Just copy pasta this function a couple times, and it'll help you out. Or you can just test everything in main.
So is all programming basically copy and paste?
A lot of it is. Like I said, I really want to make the website stealfromthebest.com, where it has just the best examples of everything, and you just copy and paste. And
I would
You know how many hours of research that would take?
oh, it would take a lot. What?
I would pay for that. You know?
That's a good senior project.
Oh man. Yes, the better stacker. Steal from the best. All right. Any other questions about this lab? No? Okay, good.